Hello, you are welcome to this class. For this class, we're going to look at 3 political battles or clashes. Politics, no be small thing, no. Bad goes deal. Augustine, make no waste of time. Up Uzodinma versus Alex Otti. As you can see, now up Uzodinma, they address his kings and chiefs, all the traditional leaders. Now he call the talk how Tinubu don help the southeast. I don't do wonders. Say all the governors for Igbo land, southeast, don't agree say na Tinubu they go support. Watch the video.
Only last week, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu allocated $3 billion to reconstruct this Eastern Rail Corridor, Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. The second Niger Bridge was completed but left without the ancillary roads. The 7 roads, the phase 2A and 2B access roads, a dual carriageway running from Omonia, Obunike, through Ogidi and Dempo into Asaba. With 7 bridges, the president flagged it off himself March 2025. We, the 5 governors of Southeast, we have reviewed all options and decided that we will work with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Now one journalist call ask Alex Otti. This matter where up Uzodinma they talk so your hand dey. Now Alex Otti talk say democracy, you no fit speak for people. Even your pikin wey dey house, everybody has right to choose or vote who you want to vote for. No be say you come gather people so you must tolerate here. Watch the video.
Recently, Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State announced that the 5 governors in the southeast have resolved to re-elect President Bola Tinubu. So I want to know if you are part of this resolve, and whether you, succinctly put, whether you are going to ensure that the president is going to be re-elected in 2027. Thank you.
Nena, you said that the governor of Imo State said something about re-electing the president. Well, I'm not sure I've heard that, but if he said that, it is his right to say it as a governor and as an individual. But he can't speak for everybody. I'm sure that at the appropriate time, people will take their decision. I think it's still early days. The issue of, but then let's also get something clear. This is a government, and the government flows all the way from the national through the subnationals to the local governments. Okay, so, and just like I said the other day, there are a lot of policies that I have supported, even I started supporting before becoming governor. If you go and look at my write-ups in this day, back page of this day, from 2016 all the way to 2022, every other Monday, my interventions on foreign exchange, my interventions on subsidy on petroleum, I've been consistent about them. And I agree completely that subsidizing consumption is not the way to go, because once you subsidize consumption, then corruption will come in, and I've been consistent in making that point. But am I against the president running for a second term? Absolutely no. It's the masses of the people that will determine. So he has the right to run for a second term, and others who also want to run have a right to run. At the end of the day, it's the ballot box, you and I, that will determine what happens, including in this state. So sometimes the problem is that people don't understand how democracy works. Some people have bought forms, they want to run for governorship of the state. We can't stop them. They present themselves, present their manifesto, and if the people believe that they are the best people, then they vote for them, and that is it. Okay, so I don't want to be part of theorizing. Should somebody, who are you to say somebody should not run? I'm not in that kind of position. But my party is Labour Party. And Labour Party has its own presidential and vice presidential candidate. And to the extent that we have candidates, we will support them. But that doesn't mean that we will now go and pick quarrel with everybody. And I hope I've answered your question, Nenna.
You don't hear us so. Parallel, different opinions. Number 2, the battle between Atiku and Tinubu never stop. It just they developed. They don't reply Atiku, give her woto. Atiku no sleep. If you see what Atiku reply them, moku see na. As you can see, US 1.2 million lobbyists. You will be rotting in jail if you were Chinese. Presidency eat Atiku. Moku see what they talk. You go see. Sure, you must wait for Atiku. The fight, you no go stop soon. When Atiku Abubakar report himself to President Trump, now Bayo Onanuga, now he write this one so. They give Atiku gbasgbos. Now you bring the fight. But who say that? Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's relentless desire to become president of Nigeria has regrettably closed his eyes to the virtues of statesmanship, decorum, and propriety expected of an elder statesman. Instead of embracing the dignity and maturity that come with his standing, he continues to dismiss himself through reckless public statements and desperate political maneuvers. It is baffling and disappointing that someone who has sought the presidency over 3 decades, Mr. Rona, now resort to reporting the president of Nigeria to U.S. President Donald Trump and members of the U.S. Congress. In his latest act, Atiku Abubakar's lobbying group in the U.S. has submitted petitions to President Trump and the U.S. State Department regarding a civil forfeiture case from 1993. You know, say our last class on this, I talk say presidency no one address the matter straight. Since Atiku say they bomb, and they come face to face and say, "Boku discuss am." A matter long settled with no criminal conviction or finding of guilt. They say they don't settle this matter. Since 1993. Now this guy gonna do chop to matter they don't settle since. Say they no see any issue, no criminal conviction, no guilt. This issue was resolved over 30 years ago in the United States and has been thoroughly litigated, explained, and rendered moot by the electoral mandate confined on President Bola Tinubu by the people of Lagos and Nigeria at large. He said the matter they don't resolve pata. Many years ago, 30 years ago, for USO, he said even it has been litigated, explained, rendered moot by electoral mandate, by the vote when the people of Lagos vote for Tinubu as governor. The matter, how did they wait? Even Nigerians, it also vote for him as president. Reviving this matter today is an affront to the intelligence of Nigerians, an attempt to rewrite history for personal gain. Try to revive the matter where it don't die. It is important to remind Atiku and his associates that Nigeria is a sovereign nation, not a satellite of any foreign power. As I talk, I wish I not do this thing against Goodluck Jonathan. I want to talk this thing. So now know this thing. When it is convenient, now go report Goodluck Jonathan. Now when you know they convenient, they preach this sermon. That's my only wahala here. Now teach Atiku say that they carry matter for house, go tell outsider. Abi? Reporting the president of Nigeria to another country's leader is not only inappropriate but also undermines the nation's dignity and independence. Such actions are incongruous with the responsibilities of a statesman and are ultimately self-defeating. If Atiku has chosen to disregard his own sense of self-respect, oh boy, accept what he should at least, at the very least, show respect for the country he aspires to lead and the office he so ardently seeks. While lobbying is a legitimate part of American politics, employ paid foreign agents to peddle discredited documents against a sitting Nigeria president is not advocacy. It is an attempt to externalize domestic politics and undermine Nigerians' sovereignty. APC. Now don't forget to my own, oh, that's my only wahala here. Okay, let's continue. Nigerians resolved this matter at the ballot in February 2023. You Nigerian people, when we vote for 2023, they say we don't resolve this matter. And in the Supreme Court, they also carry this matter. That verdict stands, and Atiku's latest fishy expedition would amount to naught. Furthermore, if Atiku Abubakar can spend 1.2 million on American lobbyists to report President Tinubu, perhaps he should also clarify his own legal standing in the United States. They say make Atiku also report his own. He also get matter for there. He featured most prominently in the William Jefferson bribery scandal, a matter which saw the American congressman jailed. They say the girl American congressman where they jail. At that matter where he carried this congressman enter prison, they say Atiku had the inside. They don't report themselves. Okay, Atiku, along with his former wife Jennifer Douglas, now the case was one of the subjects of an elaborate U.S. Senate investigation keeping foreign corruptions out of the United States. 4-case histories. This was the title of the elaborate U.S. Senate investigation, keeping foreign corruption out of the United States. 4-case histories. Okay, we'll continue. The report of the investigation, chaired by Senator Carl Levy, was released in February 2010. It documented how Atiku used offshore companies to bring suspect us. Nigeria don't suffer. They say they use offshore companies, carry funds, including bribes from multinationals, running into millions of dollars into the United States. Remember, see, the title be say keeping foreign corruption out of America. They call the investigate who they bring foreign corruption enter America. They say Atiku go enter the matter. They say now the ex-wife. And this money now bribe, many money, multinational, whatever. Money when no clean. Now they carry go America. Say, who they bring this on the Atiku and they. A man with such a dismal record as a public servant certainly has no business asking for our vote. Indirectly, we are all dirty. No be only the finger where they point to others, they point to even the other one, they point towards you. This one, they point towards you, Mr. Atiku. He did. If Atiku Abubakar were a Chinese, they say if not Chinko, now Atiku Abubakar, they say, yeah, be like this. Yeah, he will be rotting away in jail for his crimes against the Nigerian people. So, as I use this term, now we use that parcel. If Nigeria be Chinese, this politician. So, now know how Chinese they do, man. So, now know how Chinese they do, man. Now know what to do, Abi. Okay, now continue. Atiku don't reply. Trump admin, Trump government administration carry visit Tinubu's cocaine trafficking case in US. Atiku, what we see what he write. Our attention has been drawn to a reckless and shameful press statement signed on behalf of President Bola Tinubu by his media aide Bayo Onanuga. The statement said, this is coming from People's Gazette, okay? You can see that. Go to their page, you will see them, okay? If you want to read. The statement attempts, they say that statement originally attempts the mission, the purpose, the objective to bury the records of the narcotics trafficking They say that to bury him, men no talk about that. The narcotics trafficking case against Bola Tinubu in the US, other and Ogwidi and Holo SC. Say they won't use right up, take bury him. Long right up. Now 12 and a feet myself, Mr. Abubakar's team express shock. Mr. Abubakar's team express shock. Which shock? What did they talk now with this? That the presidency will claim that the narcotics trafficking charges against Tinubu have long been settled. Say, now see they don't settle around long ago, are rendered moot by an electoral mandate. Say, the matter don't die as a result of the vote where they vote for him, where come make him governor and also president of a nation. Indirectly, vote don't kill him. Okay? Dismissing the presidency's claim that Mr. Tinubu's Uke case had been settled 30 years ago, the statement said these arguments essentially admit their argument, their write-up essentially admits that Tinubu indeed faced investigation for narcotics trafficking, but suggests that his current position as president grants him immunity, thereby wiping the records to the Irohin scandal clean. Meaning, indirectly, una agree say he was investigated on this matter. But what I also agree be say, because he don't be president, the matter don't kapu. Get the point now. More continue. I think we know what here. He also asks, we challenge Bayo Onanuga at the Tinubu media team if the case against their principal is truly time bound. Why are they so panicky about any attempt to revisit it? So why did they fear say they want to revisit the matter? If truly say the matter don't die. Why is President Tinubu blocking every move to unravel what is in his FBI DOJ US file? Say if when they talk say the matter don't die, why did they do everything possible to frustrate, to block the move to open the nyash of what they the file? Oh my God. The presidency's media team should be reminded that issues of criminal justice are never completely thrown out. Say, when it comes to criminal justice, you know Victor say they throw the matter out, the matter still did. They can be revisited at any material time. Say, as long as say we did this word, they feel revisit them. Say you 5 person many years ago, they feel revisit them. Especially when new circumstances arise. Meaning, they will not be like say people they quarrel. As long as it's a criminal matter, they feel revisit them anytime. Now so, article for the talk so. Between 2023 and 2027, there has been a change of leadership in the United States. Say, may they forget that say between that time when Tinubu enter power and now, power don't change and for America. Trump and Biden, they don't be the same way. Republican and Democrats, they don't be the same. It is the duty of law enforcement agencies to determine whether the case can be reopened in the interest of justice. Say, now law enforcement agencies, now they fit determine say whether the matter they feel revisited or not. The statement said. It added, revisiting the narcotics case against a sitting president is not an affront to the intelligence of Nigerians. Rather, it is a bold attempt to ensure that the wheel of justice continues to turn. If President Tinubu has nothing to hide about his records in the US narcotics scandal, he should submit himself to the process of revisiting the case instead of resorting to his usual tactics, frustrating disclosures through frivolous court appeals. They say if their organ don't get anything to hide, make they frustrate the process of revisiting the case. Make it submit himself, make they open the case. Rather than using tactics, they frustrate the process using frivolous court appeals. They use appeal, they block channels, make them not open the nyash of the matter. Or deploy his media team, deploy his people to issue long hollow essays aimed at rewriting history for personal gain. Say, No be say go use your people dey write long essay just to change history. I don hear am so. Anyway, e never finish o. Atiku na Obasanjo be weapon wey dey fashion against am o. Obasanjo anytime wey dem wan go test one election like this, go just jump come out say Atiku don offend me before. So the extent that he go write book, everything wey dey is an Atiku. Say corrupt everything. Now he don come again o. Now come out. Atiku for that. Obasanjo. Na the bone wey dey tie for person. Bone wey dey enter person throat. You no hear. Atiku for that man impeachment plot with 5 million naira. Now Abbas impeachment began. Now they talk to. I just jump straight to the session when he talk. We go read that for Daily Post. Now Abbas impeachment began at the presidency by the vice president. He said, now Abba, why impeach him? But it started with Atiku as VP. Who on a Friday, when I was out of the office, Atiku invited Nahaba to his office and convinced him as he had convinced himself as some others, but of significant numbers, that I should have only one term as president. Obasanjo please say, Atiku convinced people saying, they need to impeach this man, make it only serve for 1 year because I need to enter. On the Friday, on this particular Friday, Atiku invited Nahaba. He gave him 5 million naira to begin his impeachment work. Remember, say that time 5 million and big money. No be now we say money no get value. It was all noted, recorded, and reported to me by my chief of staff, a professional intelligence officer. He added, say, now a chief of staff like Gbajabiamila go report to Tinubu and say, this man should work something like that. This article work comot you. They don't do meeting with Nahaba, give the 5 million. Even some other people don't support the matter. They work comot you for it. Only one thing people get to. Now ask me again why Obasanjo dey bring this matter come up, because election dey come. Atiku don't say because I dey respect you. Every time Atiku. Wetin I do? Now only me sack person. See now, Vanguard, be bold to support your kiss man. Atiku blast Obasanjo over Nahaba bribery claim. Call me at a time when the political landscape ahead of the 2027 general election is taking shape. The obvious objective is to besmirch my person and reputation and confer an all-deserved political advantage on the former president's kiss man. Say, na a kiss man, na when you start support, that's when they come out again. Nigerians, however, know better. They are too designing to be distracted by stale allegations resurrected for political convenience. If former President Obasanjo has chosen to take a political position ahead of 2027, he should simply declare it and allow Nigerians to judge it on its merits, rather than attempting to influence public opinion through allegations that can no longer be tested because the principal witness is no longer alive. Say, the person where they call his name, so he don't die. So even though say you want answer now, how will he answer? If there was indeed evidence of any criminal conduct, as alleged, Nigerians are entitled to ask why no action was taken at the time by the government that wielded the full powers of the Nigerian state. Say, that time we say you get all the power. Why will not take action against me that time if you know say I did anything bad? So Atiku is directly say that anytime where election they come like this, they work come out. You go remember one matter. You know this smart, this election where they come and gbas bozo, which you na Atiku na drop off for comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.